the 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. Tonight, two teams that have had great success, the kind of battle that could have future ramifications. Kenny, these teams may have to play each other again down the road in the playoffs. How can they set the tone here?
Oh, send a message. Even if you got to write it and give it to the ball boy to take down to the other bench, you send that message that we're here to play, and this is how it's going to be today, tomorrow, and in the future.
And as a player, you look forward to these matchups, Ernie, because as a team, you learn where you guys stand against the best.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We're at the sold-out arena in San Antonio, Texas. It's the Toronto Raptors taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, when DeMar DeRozan hit free agency in the summer of 2016, not only did he not meet with any other team than the Raptors, he didn't want to meet with any other team. He said, I am Toronto. Outside of where I'm from, I represent this city harder than anybody. Toronto is all I've known. I came in at 19, and I've treated it like home ever since then. Kevin?
And DeRozan is so important to this Raptors team, DA. I'm sure they're glad he's sticking around for the long haul. And bucking the fast-paced trend, both teams tonight like to score out of their half-court sets. Doris, what are some of the keys to being successful with that approach?
Well, there's a few things, Kev. You've got to have great floor spacing. The ball has got to move, and players have got to move. It's got to be an equal opportunity offense.
It'll be the Raptors off the tip. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Lowry and DeRozan are the 1 and the 2. They create so much offense. Ibaka is out there with Nogueira, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Buries it from three-point range.
Boy, that's a pass I don't think anyone saw coming other than maybe Kyle Lowry. What vision on the dish.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Spurs working the ball around now. Aldridge with a screen on DeRozan. Here's Green. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
Lowry passes to Nogueira. Out to DeRozan. Goes up the baseline. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
Here's Murray. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Outstanding pass. He reads the play as it develops, and his lead pass is absolutely perfect.
Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Ibaka outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Ibaka's got 5 points so far.
Well, you love how Ibaka goes right up with the shot. Doesn't hesitate for a second off the catch.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Anderson. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Anderson's got his first points of the game.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
There's a good screen. Here's DeRozan. Plays it up off the glass.
Well, the low post play of DeMar DeRozan is starting to demand some attention. This guy is so well-rounded offensively.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Murray dishes to Gasol. Over Nogueira. It's tipped. Here's Powell. No good. Shot missing. And the Spurs going the other way now. Now here's Anderson. Outside Aldridge. Anderson the screen. And the wide open shot from Green. Hits the three-point bomb. Green's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
They set the pick. Lowry kicks to Nogueira. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I think you'd have to say this about Coach Dwayne Casey. He is very consistent with his approach. The players know what he expects, and hard work is always at the top of that list.
And the free throw drops for Nogueira. And Doris, as consistent as Casey is, flexibility is also an asset for a head coach, isn't it?
Well, I think it certainly can be, Kev. And you see Dwayne Casey starting to experiment a bit more, trusting the younger players, in-game adjustments. Obviously, trying different combinations is important, especially in the playoffs.
And Nogueira drops them both. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Murray, the pass to Gasol. Back to Murray. Outside for Gasol. Aldridge a screen. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul. And here is Murray. 6 to shoot. There's the dish to Green. Over DeRozan.
That's the defense of DeMar DeRozan getting the job done, showing he can be effective as a two-way player.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Screen by Ibaka. Outside DeRozan. Over Aldridge. And again, Toronto no luck. The Spurs have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Murray with it. Over Lowry. But he stays with it. Now Murray. Aldridge a screen. Gasol a screen on Lowry. Lob pass to Gasol. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Powell kicks to Lowry. Second chance shot. They get the rebound. Nogueira with the bucket.
He doesn't let that possession go to waste, Kev. He's going to feed on those second chance opportunities. Boy, that's pretty work.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Anderson. In the corner, Murray with it. Beyond the arc. And the 3 ball is good. Murray's got 5 now. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now, here is Ibaka. He has 5. Here's Powell. Screen by Ibaka. 5 on the clock. The shot by Powell, no good.
Boy, it's tough to see how he misses that one. I don't think the defense was all that tight on him.
And Anderson kicks to Aldridge. Anderson the screen. Murray for three. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Outside DeRozan. Over Green. And it's DeRozan missing.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Green against Lowry. Green kicks to Murray. Right wing. Aldridge a screen. Goes back up. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And he's good on the second.
And over the years, Gasol has proven himself to be a valuable teammate, someone guys love to be around, a guy that plays well with just about anybody.
Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Feeds it to Ibaka. Over Aldridge. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, the offense got him the ball in exactly the position they wanted. That's just better defense.
Aldridge a screen. And here's Green outside. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Toronto trailing. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Passes it to Miles. Raptors moving the ball around. Trying to get back on track. It's Miles on the wing. Screen by Ibaka. Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by Murray. Tries yet again, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And an all-star for the last 3 seasons, Kyle Lowry has taken his game to a new level.
Well, think back to last season, Kev. The guy has a career year in terms of offensive efficiency. He shot the ball from deep better than ever. Make no mistake, Kyle Lowry is a star player in this league.
Free throw dropped for Kyle Lowry. Of course, we talk about speed and quickness being a difference maker on offense. Which players really use those attributes to lock down players defensively?
Well, I think it's hard not to look at Marcus Smart and Jay Crowder. The kind of physical attributes, meaning speed, toughness, length, but they also have the mindset necessary to look opposite some of the best players in the league and say, not on my watch. I'm going to get down in my stance and I'm going to prohibit you from getting to your strengths. It's really maybe underappreciated by everyone except coaches and fans of the game.
True, and you and I were just talking about Tony Allen.
That's a great point. I mean, Tony Allen has made his career specifically on the defensive end because, as you know, he's an opportunistic cutter, and if you leave him open, he can make an uncontested mid-range. But the reality is Tony Allen is in the NBA because he is a great defensive player.
Here's Pirtle, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And San Antonio called for the foul.
So how cool is it, Kev, that Jakob Pirtle makes NBA history as the first ever Austrian-born player in the league? Doesn't matter what else he does in his career, he'll always have that distinction. That's cool.
This is his first free throw of the game. He misses the free throw. And the first ever NBA player out of Austria, Jakob Poeltl, the 9th overall pick back in 2016.
And remember, he was the Pac-12 Player of the Year as a sophomore at Utah. This guy's 7'1", pretty good athlete, still adding strength, though, to bang bodies at the NBA level.
He doesn't get the second one.
And the missed free throws starting to be an issue.
Pass to Mills. The feed to Aldridge. Now here's Mills. Connects from three-point range. Mills has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Wright kicks to Poeltl. Pass to Van Vliet. Wright outside. And it's Poeltl that time on the assist by Wright.
Well, with big hands and nice touch, Poeltl knows how to finish in the post. This guy has a lot in his arsenal.
Aldridge a screen. Gay drives in. That shot, no good.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
The pass to Van Vliet. Right side. Mills with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Right outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Van Vliet. And it's all evened up. Van Vliet's got his first 2 points.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Aldridge a screen. And Mills kicks to Laverne. Gay dishes to Aldridge. Just his first attempt. And stolen by Wright. Miles with it. Picked up by Aldridge. Miles the pass to Poeltl. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the Spurs, Greg, one of the best defensive teams in the league for 2 seasons running.
And it's really all about execution. They seem to just move in concert and stay connected. No silly fouls. And with their length, nothing easy inside.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And the Raptors with a strong bench unit.
Well, Kev, if you look at what's called the, quote, net rating for their bench, overall they were 3rd best last season. And to me, that goes directly to the ability in their front office. Great scouting, great analytics, and always able to find contributors to fill out their roster.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Gay kicks to Mills. The steal. Here's Anunoby. Sweet little floater.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
And Mills kicks to Gay. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. To the middle. Can they get it? Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And I just love seeing Gay share the ball. A solid distributor, given his size and ability to see over defenders.
Doris, you went from the basketball court right to the broadcasting booth. Having seen the game now from an analyst perspective, what might you go back and tell Doris, the player?
Yeah, I'd probably tell myself to throw myself completely into the vibe of the team, to never, even if I were struggling as a basketball player, to turn inward. I would always say turn outward to your teammates and invest in what's going on with the group, and then that seems to make everything fall into place.
And mentally, too, I think you've got to prepare and focus like you would as a player when you are broadcasting.
No question about it.
The Spurs offense, one of the most efficient in the NBA. It's all predicated, Greg, on motion.
And it's ball movement and player movement. They kind of want to warp the defense and force mistakes, and that's when they strike.
Now here's Mills. Laverne dishes to Paul. Kicks to Mills. Off the screen. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
Well, when you think about the Raptors, they have consistently, in the regular season, been one of the top teams in the East. The challenge now is sustaining that success into the postseason. One of the things they struggle with come playoff time, their offense seems to stagnate.
And after the Raptors were swept by the Cavaliers in the second round, Doris, the front office suggesting that their offense needed more ball movements. What do you think?
Well, certainly the numbers back up the argument because the Raptors were dead last in assists in the regular season, and that despite being a very good offensive team. So in the playoffs, what would happen? Teams would try to take away their backcourt and challenge others to beat them. It seems to have stymied them 3 years in a row. Perhaps it's time to try something new.
Bertle's shot is off.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now here's Mills. He has 5. Paul outside. Shot clock at 6. Fader on the way. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
Here's Van Vliet, defended by Paul. And Miles kicks to Wright. From the line, and he hits the jump shot. Wright's got his first points in this one.
Boy, shaky work defensively, giving him that good look on the jump shot. What were they thinking?
I don't know, Doris. Now here's Mills, guarded by Wright. They set the pick. Off the pick. No good from Gay. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Wright, the pass to Van Vliet. He's off on that one. Gay with the defensive effort. Ginobili with the 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Ginobili's got his first 3 points of the game. And that does it for the first quarter. Spurs out in front, leading by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And the San Antonio Spurs have really popularized that unselfish offensive style of play. Manu Ginobili talked about their Spurs approach.
Attack and find the open teammate, not try to solve problems by ourselves. It's something that we've never done, and every time we did it, it's not us.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu and Tony there as the foundation and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that have come through this Spurs organization.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for San Antonio, Ginobili out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Mills, and there's Laverne, and it's Paul in at the 2 spot. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. And so it's San Antonio with it. The Raptors getting the bucket. Here's Gay, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Raptors trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Van Vliet, defended by Paul. They set the pick from the arc. Laverne grabs the miss.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
Dishes it to Gay. Off the pick. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. For Toronto, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Anunoby. Passes it to Van Vliet. Right outside. Down low, Pirtle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
I'm not sure which was better, Pirtle's screen or his finish, but either way, nice execution in the roll.
Paul outside. Here's Gay. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Here's Van Vliet. Right sets a screen. That evens the score.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Doris, with defensive rules now allowing teams to play a sort of soft zone, does that make it easier to hide bad defensive players on your team?
Well, it certainly gives you one avenue. I don't think you can play zone in the NBA for any extended periods because the coaching is too good and the skill level of the players would destroy a zone if you gave a steady diet of it. I do believe, however, that hiding a defensive weakness comes down to personnel. How many can you hide on one particular floor? Somebody's going to get exposed somewhere if there's too many.
No doubt. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Inside, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Well, he just gets ahead of himself and throws it away, right? You've got to have better focus than that.
Here's DeRozan, and again it's Toronto converting.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Now here's Murray. DeRozan defending. Here is Forbes, while recovering, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
Yeah, you go for the steal, but at least you do get the deflection.
Well, Greg, you make them reset their offense, right? It's disrupting their rhythm.
So it's the Spurs now, and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. The Raptors have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. He dishes it to Powell. Right side, DeRozan. And it's in there. DeRozan's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here is Murray. He has 5. Here is Forbes, and he makes that one. Forbes has got the game tied up here for the Spurs. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside Lowry. On the wing, DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Baseline jumper. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Marcus Aldridge has checked in for the Spurs. Ibaka dishes to DeRozan. To the right side. Lowry inside the line. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. And the Raptors lead by 2. San Antonio's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Aldridge kicks to Murray. Anderson with the screen for Murray. Clock at 6. Aldridge with a screen on Ibaka. They get it back. Gasol. Nice D from DeRozan.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Now here is Aldridge. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
And Gasol is a master at utilizing his strength inside, forcing the defense to become physical with him whenever he has the ball in deep. And the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big three of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Raptors have gone 6 of 11 from the floor, over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. Screen by Ibaka. To the paint, up off the screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Pau Gasol.
Well, let's remember, Serge Ibaka is a defensive presence. This guy, an elite shot blocker early in his career, and he is now a capable scorer from just about anywhere.
And he can't get the first one. And you look at the Raptors, one of the top teams in the East, Greg, but do they have a chance to go all the way?
I think they're a threat to make the finals. Can they win it all? They may be a piece or two away, but still a young and aggressive core. They continue to try to add pieces, and this is a group that has proven they want to win and win now.
And this is what we're starting to see, right? A growing number of players league-wide who can combine both shot blocking and three-point shooting. That used to be a rare combination. And if you think about it, Serge Ibaka was a forerunner. He was one of the first in the league to do it.
Now, here's Lowry. Nogueira kicks to Powell. Screen by Ibaka. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Doris Ibaka, drafted with the 24th pick by Oklahoma City back in 2008, Seen as a raw project player, his development as a shooter, really impressive.
Right. Kev, this guy came into the league strictly as an energy player, but through work and dedication, he develops a big-time mid-range jump shot, and by year 6, he stretched that out to the three-point line.
First free throw is good. Good on both. Spurs trail by 3. Murray, the pass to Gasol. Back to Murray. High, arcing shot. The rebound by Ibaka.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Outside Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up. And the Raptors miss again.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Green with the ball. Lowry picks him up. And it's Green missing.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
San Antonio's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And Anderson kicks to Green. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. DeRozan against Green. Deep 2 from Anderson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Anderson's got 6.
You know, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
Nogueira passes to Ibaka. There's the pick. Up top, DeRozan, guarded by Green. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Green against DeRozan. Green kicks to Anderson. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. That doesn't go either for Green.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. In the corner, Powell with it. Shot clock at 5. 14 feet away. Ibaka, no luck. San Antonio trailing here. Murray with it. He has 5. He kicks it to Green. He feeds it to Aldridge. Murray sets a screen for Aldridge. Over Ibaka. And it's Aldridge missing.
Boy, that's just the kind of tight defense you need to play on him. Any kind of room at all, and he'll bury it.
DeRozan with a screen for Ibaka. Screen by Ibaka. Lowry inside the line, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Lowry's got the lead up to 3 now for the Raptors. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. And the Spurs with some changes. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. Gay comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And then for Toronto, Pirtle, he's checked in for Nogueira. And it's C.J. Miles in for Powell. Now here's Mills. It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside DeRozan. The dish to Lowry. There's 1:38 left to play in the first half. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Lowry. And now a 5-point Toronto lead. Now here's Mills, guarded closely. Outside, Green. Feeds it to Gay. 6 on the shot clock. Over Ibaka. Gay misses.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And DeRozan kicks to Miles. Drains it from beyond the arc. Miles has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Kev, great timing on the catch and shoot, right? C.J. Miles, absolutely flawless, exploiting that defense with his quick release.
Now, here's Green. He has 5. Gay can't hit.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
And that one is good.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
And Mills kicks to Laverne. To halt the run. Mills can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's DeRozan missing. Spurs trail by 10. Here's Gay. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And remarkable how Gay cuts to the basket. Terrific at getting the defense to body him on that drive.
The Spurs have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Rudy Gay hits them both.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
Here's the screen. Now Miles over Aldridge. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for Toronto. What didn't he do in that quarter? A fantastic all-around effort. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy. We got to come out and play our game and keep going out there and pushing. Our defense and everybody's rotating, so we're playing together right now.
We'll see if you stay connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. The second quarter went their way, all the way, as they raced to the lead and stretched their advantage to 8 points by the halftime break. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They're a very steady team, keeping those turnovers down. That's the big factor.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Spurs?
Well, they're trailing in this game because they're shooting under 35%. Now, I've got to give a lot of credit to the defense, forcing the shooters off their spots and making them feel uncomfortable. But if someone takes something away from you, you have to be able to adapt. So they need a whole new game plan because right now they're in trouble.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
You know, my favorite thing, Greg, I think he showed no fear in attacking the defense. He got on the interior with ease.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Spurs trail by 8, and on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. The talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. Baca is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nogueira in at the 5 down low. Aldridge against Ibaka. Just 5 to shoot. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. Raptors leading by 8.
Well, the Raptors have been one of the top offensive teams in the league. They clearly shoot the ball well, and there are some other things that really set them apart. One, they're a low turnover team. They hit the offensive glass strong, and they're terrific getting points from the foul line.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs have never been the flashy team in the NBA. Tony Parker said beautiful basketball is playing the right way. Ball movement, pure, beautiful basketball is the way we've played. You have all sorts of fans, and there should be something for everybody. Kevin, he told me a long time ago, if we were in New York, people would love us.
And during Popovich's time in San Antonio, the Spurs have always played together, D.A. Got to respect their team-first approach to the game.
Well, I'll tell you, he's not afraid to take hits on the way to the free throw line. Kyle Lowry will manufacture points any way he has to.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And the Raptors very dependent on their backcourt to create offense.
Yeah, they love to attack in the pick and roll game. They'll drive the rim. They can rain pull-up jumpers. This is a very guard-driven team, Kev, but they do make it work.
Good on the second free throw. And Kyle Lowry, one of those players you love to play with and hate to play against.
All right, because he's been described as a pit bull when he takes the court. You talk about a guy who's got a chip on his shoulder. Seems to me, Kyle, every time he steps between the lines, he's trying to make a believer out of you.
Now here's Gasol. 5 points in the game, 4 on the shot clock. Here's Green. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. DeRozan dishes to Lowry. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Pass to Ibaka. Over Aldridge. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Green, the pass to Murray. Anderson outside. Spurs passing it around. Aldridge kicks to Gasol. Here's DeRozan. And the layup's good off the glass. DeRozan's got 12.
Boy, officials say play on, even though there's contact. DeRozan, I guess they don't think he needs any help.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Anderson in the post, guarded by Powell. Anderson can't get it to go. Raptors leading by 9. Outside Lowry. And DeRozan kicks to Nogueira. There's the feed to Ibaka. Over Aldridge. Ibaka, no luck.
Boy, what a cold start to the second half for them. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
Pass to Murray. Back to Green. To the paint. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
The wherewithal from Gasol there, nailing the shot despite the tough defense all over.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Outside Lowry. Green against DeRozan. Over Green. The rebound by the Spurs. Murray's got his third rebound tonight.
Tough start to the second half, just 1 from 5. Wow.
Anderson up top, DeRozan defending, and here's Green outside. Good on the triple. Green's got 8.
Nice shot, squaring up from long range, drilling the 3. That'll put some pressure on you.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Here's Lowry. Some solid defense from Aldridge.
You know, I think the idea is right. Set a screen and try to shield the defender off him, but the pick isn't nearly strong enough.
Now here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Aldridge down low. Ibaka on him.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
And DeRozan throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. Outside, Green. Again, the miss by Green.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
Powell with the screen. Nogueira with it. Gasol covering. And early on, Serge Ibaka known for his shot-blocking doors and rebounding.
And you have to admire, Kev, that the guy put in work to become a better offensive player. First he mastered the mid-range, then he stretched his range out to the three-point line. He's become a player you have got to guard as a perimeter scorer.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Raptors making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. So he gets them both. Spurs trail by 7. Paul dishes to Gasol. There's the screen. And Forbes kicks to Gasol. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. That's good from Gasol on the assist from Green. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night. Raptors leading by 5. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. The pass to Van Vliet. Outside DeRozan. Dishes it to Nogueira. Outside DeRozan. Here's Van Vliet. Offline with his 3. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And Danny Green, undrafted out of North Carolina. He's been a linchpin of the Spurs' great defense over his career.
You know, 6'6" with that 6'10" wingspan. This is a guy that can block shots like a big man, guards 3 positions, and one of the guys that we call the prototype when you talk about that 3 and D wing player. And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 14. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And some changes here for the Spurs. Laverne, he's checked in for Gasol. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for Green. And Toronto also making a switch. White's checked in. Spurs on defense. Miles the pass to DeRozan. Wright outside. Kicks to Pirtle. There's the pick. Shot clock at 5. Here's DeRozan. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And the Spurs pushing it up now. He's got the ball. Passes it to Anderson. And here's Mills. 5 points in the game. It's Gay on the wing. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Raptors with the lead. Van Vliet kicks to Wright. He dishes it to DeRozan. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. DeRozan's got 16 points.
My goodness, Kevin, it doesn't get much more efficient than that. DeMar DeRozan capable of these kind of outbursts.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Wright outside. He kicks it to Miles. Just 5 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. He has 7.
You can see the confidence of C.J. Miles down in the paint, right? He's got long arms to get the shot off whenever he wants.
Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And stolen by Wright. He feeds it to Miles. Wasted no time on that one. And it's an 8-point Raptor lead.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And Mills kicks to Anderson. Now the dish to Mills. 3-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili.
And that unpredictable nature of Ginobili, it can be frustrating for the defense, especially when he's cutting them to pieces with his passing.
Now here's Miles. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Van Vliet. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Boy, the screen doing its job to perfection. One of the oldest plays in the book and still one of the best.
And Laverne kicks to Gay. Feeds to Mills. Here's Laverne. 6 points for him. Back to Mills. 6 to shoot. Over Wright. Mills can't hit. Toronto leading by 7. And Wright kicks to Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby. There's the feed to Wright. With the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup. Wright's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Pulls up, high post, and that's good for 2. Here's Wright. To the left side wing. Pirtle with the ball. Here's Van Vliet. He's got 6. San Antonio with the rebound. Anderson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Yeah, and I just like the show of force there from Gay. Not settling for the simple layup, but showing his dominance, trying to intimidate with that slam.
Here's Anunoby. Now the pass to Van Vliet.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Norman Powell's checked in for the Raptors. Spurs trail by 5. Now Mills. He's got 10. Laverne down low. Goes back up. Shot's good by Mills. Now just a 3-point Raptor lead.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Gay kicks to Mills. Gay outside. To the inside. Laverne. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
First free throw is good. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Anderson. He's perfect from the line this time. The Raptors shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. Pass to Anunoby. It's Pirtle top of the key. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Shot to end this cold run, and it's sent back by Aldridge. And they get it back. There's the pick. Back to Powell. Dishes it to Wright. Kicks it to Powell. Back to Wright. Lets it go with a 3. San Antonio with the rebound.
And this could be the final possession of the period.
Right, they have to play their cards right. No rush, work the clock, and get a quality look.
Gay kicks to Aldridge. Shoots over Miles. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Raptors lead by 1. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Activity. We've had some great shots that are not dropping. That's okay. They're going to go in or they're not.
They wanted to keep the energy level high. I can understand that. Greg Popovich not worried about the missed shots.
As long as guys are giving it their all, coach feels they're doing what's in their control to be successful.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Murray out there with Ginobili. And it's Gay in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Ginobili. Outside Aldridge. There's a screen. Out to the wing. Now here's Murray, defended by Miles. Murray, no good.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
Right outside. Powell for 3. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out. Huge bucket at the rim, and they cut into that lead. That's exactly where he likes to make his living.
Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. And then for Toronto, Nogueira, he's checked in for Pirtle. Ibaka comes in for C.J. Miles, and it's Lowry in for Anunoby.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Raptors with the lead. Right outside. Outside Lowry. He dishes it to Powell. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Clock at 2, and it's right missing. San Antonio's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Lowry against Ginobili. Screened by Ibaka. Lowry kicks to Ibaka. Over Green. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Raptors lead by 3.
You simply cannot let Serge Ibaka get into a rhythm from that range. His mid-range is as good as it gets.
Ginobili kicks to Murray. To the inside, Aldridge. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer, and he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
The first one falls. And Aldridge doesn't shoot a ton of threes, yet he still earns his keep in that mid-range.
Yeah, on that left block, back to the basket, and with his size, that turnaround, Jay, is just about unstoppable.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Raptors. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And DeMar DeRozan, a multiple All-Star, last season a career high for him in scoring.
Yeah, this guy has become dominant on the offensive end. If you want to nitpick his game, you could say he could be a better defender. And certainly, with his ability to rebound, his athleticism, I think he's just scratching the surface on that end.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, I think you have to admit that DeMar DeRozan is a guy who's gotten better with age. He's always been great, but I think now certainly one of the elite offensive players in the entire association.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
I'll tell you, a little bit of an old-school offensive approach for DeMar DeRozan. He doesn't focus on that three-point shot, guys. He wants to attack the paint and work himself to the free throw line. It's been effective.
Aldridge kicks to Gasol. Nogueira with the steal. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And the long arms of Gasol wreaking havoc on the D. They don't know what to do with him when he's going up with a shot like that.
And with a long-range shot becoming such a staple, Doris, do you think DeRozan's game suffers for his aversion to threes?
I don't at all, Kevin, because he's perfected his style of play. He's the master of the mid-range. This guy draws a ton of fouls, and because you've got to send an extra defender, his teammates get space to operate.
2 shots. Last on the first.
That free throw good from Gasol. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And Ibaka kicks to DeRozan, and they double up DeRozan. Here's Ibaka. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Murray. Gasol a screen, looking to get back on track here. Got a hand on it. And here's Lowry. Outside DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Nogueira kicks to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Shot off the screen. Rebounded by Manu Ginobili. Spurs trail by 4. He feeds it to Green. Ginobili outside. He kicks it to Murray. Gasol, a screen on Lowry. Here's the teardrop. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Raptors leading by 4. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got 6 rebounds in the game. Murray with it. The dish to Aldridge. Pass to Green. Shot off the pick. It's tipped. It's Powell on the wing. He's covered by Ginobili, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Powell. Spurs trail by 7. In the corner, Murray with it. The tray. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 3 assists tonight.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Two shots.
And that one misses. And the Spurs making a change here. Anderson's checked in. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. Spurs trail by 4. Green dishes to Murray. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Murray, the pass to Gasol. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And I really like to see Gasol go up with the shot immediately after getting the pass. Shows how much confidence he has in himself.
Now, here is Ibaka. Back to DeRozan. Feeds it to Lowry. The tray. Green with the block. And they'll keep possession. And the dunk by Nogueira.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. DeRozan against Green. Gasol kicks to Murray. Back to Gasol to tie it up. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Toronto's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Screen by Ibaka. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 14 points for Serge Ibaka.
Well, you love Serge Ibaka's shot selection, especially inside where he's so efficient.
Murray kicks to Green. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Raptors have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Ibaka. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Murray the pass to Aldridge. Aldridge a screen. There's Green with the 3. Green missing again.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
Well, I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Now, here's Lowry. And it's sent back by Aldridge. To the wing on the left. Wide open look here for Murray. Cans it from downtown. And the Spurs lead by 1.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Outside Lowry. The feed now to DeRozan. Nogueira kicks to DeRozan. Ibaka with the screen on Green. Here's DeRozan. Green with the block. And there's the pass to Gasol. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. Anderson wide open. Goes back up. Aldridge. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It goes in. Lucas Nogueira. And the first one at the line is good. Mills, he's checked in for DeJounte Murray. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both. Raptors trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's DeRozan, outside Lowry, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Well, that's an example of 2 teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Norman Powell. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Rebound by the Raptors. Nogueira's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Outside DeRozan. Passes it to Lowry. Screened by Ibaka. Clock at 6. Lowry dishes to Nogueira. Here's Ibaka. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Now here's Mills. Gasol a screen. Back to Green. Now here's Mills. While recovering. Goes up from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. And Gasol able to finish. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Oh, since the break, his efficiency has gone up a notch, looking really polished now.
Raptors have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the 4th. That's about 43%. Outside Lowry. Ibaka, the pass to Lowry. Nogueira kicks to Ibaka. DeRozan against Green. Fires from 14. Second chance shot. And Nogueira with the lay-in. Good.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
And Mills kicks to Green. Aldridge with a screen on DeRozan. Green dishes to Aldridge. The kick out to Anderson. A floater. The putback, and it's Aldridge on the follow. Aldridge has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here's Miles. Dishes to DeRozan. Over Green. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from DeRozan.
Oh, my goodness. You could tell DeMar DeRozan demanded the basketball. He wanted the chance to be the deciding factor.
Here's Aldridge. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
2 shots, gentlemen.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
There's the screen. And Miles kicks to DeRozan. Over Green. And Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
Clock at 4. Here's DeRozan. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Right. Perfect contest in that instance, Greg. Making it really hard on the shooter to have any kind of space at all.
Aldridge. Money!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
What a shot. He had no fear. I love it.
Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 4. 51 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Pau Gasol.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, He just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their number one option on every trip.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Mills in the corner. Ibaka comes with the double team. And the Spurs with possession here. Anderson against Miles. Gasol a screen. Shot clock at 5. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Nogueira. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. The Raptors making a switch here. Hurdle's checked in.
Two.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Murray's checked in for San Antonio. Second one is good, being both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, they have to be feeling a little bit more comfortable after the free throws add to their lead.
And the Raptors call time here. They're down by 6. 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Unless it's an and one, a 2-pointer makes no sense. Unfortunately for them, the defense knows this too.
Toronto with the ball. 6-point game.
Well, we talk about the offensive prowess of DeMar DeRozan. Clever use of the up fake and gets him to draw the foul. Nicely done.
DeMar DeRozan, 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And now we've got the intentional foul.
At the line for your Spurs, Dejounte Murray. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that increases their lead to 6. And Toronto has possession. Out to the right wing. Lowry for 3. Connects! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
The very definition of clutch. Kyle Lowry rises to the occasion.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Pirtle kicks to DeRozan. Pass to Miles. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much for Paul Gasol. Hard-fought win. How did you win this one?
By not giving up, by understanding that we needed to pick up our intensity. We didn't give up. We got down a couple times during the game, but I think we were resilient tonight, and that's important.
Mark of a championship team. Thanks, pal. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.